Well, the Interstate 4 is a major road which runs across the battleground state of Florida, connecting voters of every persuasion and all kinds of communities, winning over the people who live along its route. And it's key to winning the White House. Pine Hills in Florida is Andy Gallagher's second stop along what campaigners call the highway to political heaven.
4 years ago, record numbers of African-American voters turned out to back President Obama, and in this election, many still do. But is there that same level of excitement and enthusiasm as there was back then? We've come to Pine Hills in Orlando to find out.
In Gary Peters' barbershop, there's only one rule. When you sit down for a shave and a haircut, religion and politics are off limits. But when the client is your father and an election is just around the corner, sometimes rules are meant to be broken.
There is a sense of pride that we do have a black president, but it's not necessarily the color of the skin, but what the man can do.
And it's that emotion and pride that swept Barack Obama into the White House 4 years ago. But Gary thinks some of the fervour may now have worn off.
The enthusiasm of coming out like they did 3-4 years ago, not necessarily here. You know, I don't think we'll see an overwhelming attendance in the polls.
And voter turnout may not be the president's only potential problem. Political commentator Rick Fogelsong says some of the president's actions could be misconstrued.
High unemployment rates, bailing out large financial institutions. You can make a case that Barack Obama has done more for the wealthy elite, believe it or not, than he's done for African Americans and working class people in America.
Who would you take? Y'all taking anybody? You going by yourself, boy?
But like many in Pine Hills, Pastor Frank Thompson is proud of the president's achievements. For him, it's the highlight of a long and hard-fought battle for civil rights.
There's no way not to be proud. Does that have anything to do with that person's ability to govern and be the president? That's all going to be based upon their skills. But you can't change the pride.
Back at the barbershop, father and son are still breaking the rules, but it's made easier when they both back the same man.
Give the man the chance. Let him try to turn the thing around. Right.
So there's plenty of pride and support here, but it's voter turnout that will make all the difference.
And you join us here at the Fiesta in the Park in downtown Orlando. Of course, this is one of the largest cities along that I-4 corridor where both candidates have spent tens of millions of dollars in advertising. You can't really open a newspaper or switch on a television set here without seeing some kind of political advertising. But we are, of course, talking about the African-American vote. And joining me now is Verando Collins, who 4 years ago voted for Barack Obama. Now you're voting for Mitt Romney. Tell us why.
I feel like Obama didn't do the job that he promised he was going to do. I felt like he spends too much money. He got us in a debt worse than George Bush did. And, you know, I hear a lot of people complain about George Bush spent this money, but Obama seemed to be spending more money than George Bush ever spent in his presidency in just 4 years, and it just got worse.
Now, you were telling me that there are a few people in your family and friends that you know that voted for Barack Obama last time that have changed their mind this time. Same issues for them, do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've been talking to my family on election day. They're going to vote for Mitt Romney because they feel the same way. They feel the economy have gotten worse. It's too much national debt going on. He promised that he was going to cut the deficit, and he didn't. He shoved health care down our throat without, you know, really getting the consent from the people, because we are the people that we should have the right to know what we want. But he seemed to have just do what he wanted to do. And they didn't really go through Congress to really, they just did whatever they want to do. And I really didn't appreciate that. I thought he was going to really come in and really work with Congress to really get something passed that really won't cost us a lot of money that our grandchildren, our children's children would get in national debt and have to pay back for years and years to come.
Does it cause any consternation when you talk to people within your own community? You are an African-American man. African-Americans overwhelmingly support President Barack Obama. You often hear them say, he's my president. Does it cause you any issues?
All the time. Oh, that's a debate we go through all the time. And, you know, I try to tell my own people, I say, look, it's not about the color. See, a lot of them don't want to get beyond color because it's not color. It's all about what is he doing for to benefit this country, that we can get on the move, that we can begin to have things, the economy can move forward. But the economy is not moving forward. It's going backwards. People don't realize that. But among my race, I have a big fight, and it's crazy because sometimes you can almost get in dogmatic fights with them, just saying they don't like the fact that I'm voting for Mitt Romney because they believe in this black thing. And I say it's not about black race, it's about what's best for the country.
Mr. Collins, thank you very much. So you can clearly see what a divisive election this is. And over the next few days, we will be traveling all down that I-4 corridor. You can follow us all the way through to Election Day. And of course, Florida, with the biggest amount of Electoral College votes at stake, 29, and both candidates really need to win the Sunshine State.